Good morning from Melbourne, Australia. Good evening to friends in North America, and hello to anyone watching on replay. My name is Nancy Hetker, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Melbourne, Australia. And today I've got a card. I've got a vision in my head. I've got some things prepped to be able to make that vision. We'll see how it goes. You know, how this can go sometimes if you've been with me for a while, but we'll get there. So at any point, if you have questions or comments, please do put them in the comments, whether you're watching live or on replay. And you can reach out to me at nancy@nancysniftynotes.com with any more questions that you might have. And my blog and links to my online store are at nancysniftynotes.com. I'll bring that back in later too for you to see. But yeah, I'm going to see if my camera looks a little skewed. I'm going to see if I can straighten that out a little bit and make it look a little bit better. Hi, Paula. Thanks for joining me. Yeah, there you get a little sneak peek of some of the stuff there. So today I'm using Fern and Flora bundle. This is part of the Moonlit Flora suite. I'm not using the designer series paper out of the suite today. I'm going to do something else. I have lots of the paper. It's so beautiful. I've been holding off on cutting into too much of it, but I need to do that. So I thought that's what I was going to do today, and then my brain went a different direction, which is fine. So we are going to start by doing a little stamping. This is one layer down from a card base. So I'm going to bring in my card base just to start. So there's a card base, and this is, like I said, one layer down from that. And I can give measurements, but I work in centimeters with A4 cardstock, and you may be working in inches with letter cardstock. But you know, if you do card making, you know what your basic layers are, hopefully. So, oh, hi Mom, thanks for joining me. So I'm starting with the large Fern image from Fern and Flora, and I'm inking up with Versamark ink, because like the title says, this is going to be an emboss resist card. And so we're going to stamp that on a few times here. And I can barely see where some of these are, which is fine. And I'm sure you can't see it at all. I'll bring it up and see if the light will pick up some of the ink. This is, Versamark is a clear, sticky ink. You probably can't see that. But now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in embossing powder. And I could do this with white embossing powder. Today I happen to be using clear embossing powder because I've got the white background. From the paper. Make sure I get everything covered well. So now maybe you can see that. Let me see what you can see. And Now I'm going to bring in my heat tool. This could get a little noisy for you. And I'm just anchoring that down so it doesn't blow away. And you can see when it melts. I can see when it melts. Hopefully you can too at some point. It turns glossy and shiny. Okay, I think that's got it. And I bet you can't see that, but let's... Yeah. Okay. Get that out of the way. I'm going to try to, again, to see if you can see it as I turn it in the light. And please do remember to say hello if you have joined me. That's unfortunate. There we go. Okay, so let's show the resist part now. Get my chair to move into my desk. There we go. So I'm bringing in some Granny Apple Green ink and a blending brush. And I want to start with a really light covering. So I'm not even putting any additional ink on it. This has been sitting in my storage for weeks. I can't remember the last time I used it. But I'm just using whatever residual ink is on there to start with. And now we'll add a little bit more. Now, can you see that darker splotch there? That is why I always start on my grid paper. I don't want that dark splotch on my paper, on my finished project. Okay, I am going to leave that there for now. I am going to bring in a tissue. There we go. That's going to wipe ink off the embossed part and help that show up a little more. Now, if this were a solid stamp, it would work a little bit better. But we're going to go with that right now because it's just one layer in stuff that I'm doing. So let's set all that aside for right now and move on. So that's a piece of cardstock with adhesive sheet on the back, and I'm going to bring in a bunch of these dies. Come here, come here. And yeah, I know I carefully laid those all out and now slid it around. Put it on my cut and emboss. I'm going to go back and forth on this a couple times because remember I've got that adhesive sheet on the back, so we're going to make sure it cuts through, hopefully. Yeah. There we go. There's that. And that. And that. Okay. So, it doesn't really matter if it's on there right now or not. I'm going to bring this back in because I want, I'm going to ink that up a bit. And you might ask why not just cut it out of Granny Apple Green cardstock, but I want it to be a softer bit of color on there and have a little of that variegation. Oh, I see, because that was right over at the edge. It didn't quite, there we go. See how that's not, it's not just a solid. I like it like that. So, and I'm going to do that again on which one? I think on this one. This one I'm going to add a little bit more color, I think. I don't want them to be too matchy-matchy because they're different leaves, but they're going to be all in the same color scheme, right? Okay, again, let's put that aside for the moment. And bring in a little bit of scrap here. And I'm going to do a little more stamping. the label outline from that Fern and Flora stamp set. Stamp that on there. If you're watching, please do say hello so I know you are here. And this is Thanks, and it is not from this stamp set. This is from the April, yes, the April Paper Pumpkin kit, the Lakeside Retreat that coordinates with Waterside Retreat. But I really like its size, the font, and I'm stocking up on thank you cards at the moment, so I thought that worked very well. So there's those two, and then I also want one of the little butterflies from this set. So we'll do one of those there. Like I said, I have a vision. It's just how we're going to get there. I'm going to do a little coloring in on this butterfly while I have it right here. This is Golden Glow. This is the light. And this is the dark. And this is the light granny apple green. We're just going to add a little bit of that to kind of tie it all together. Okay, there are those, and I am going to line those up, I hope. I'm going to cut those and be right back. Okay. There are those pieces. And put the dies away so we don't lose them. Okay, let's see where we are on some things. Oh, I know. Here's another little ferny type leaf. And I'm going to do a little stamping on the background with this. And I'm stamping off because I don't want it Let's see how that goes. Okay. Yeah, we're going to move some stuff. I just need to break that out. Yeah. You see where I'm headed with this? Which other one do I want in here again? Okay, got a few more of these and I will be right back. Okay, well I cut through this time. That's a good thing. At least on one of them. Come here. It's the backing paper that's so tough. There. Kinda, sorta. You see where I'm headed? I think we need a little more in the background. Come here. Okay. Let's see how we're going here. Yep. You think press and seal, huh? I'm not sure, because I got all that backing paper on there. But I'm tempted. We'll see. We'll give it a start that way. Yeah, I don't think the press and seal is going to work this time, Paula. Okay. Really, the adhesive sheet makes it much easier to do. There we go. had that misplaced. Let's see, now that we're down to one layer, if we can get that to work. Not doing a good job of selling this adhesive sheet simplicity, am I? Okay. Go. I think there's a trade-off between running it back and forth a number of times to get it to cut through the backing paper, which it clearly didn't all the way, but then smushing it so hard together, it's hard to get off. So there we go. Bring in some dimensionals. Mess. voila, Christmas. Okay, let's see how that's going to go on there. Not so chatty today, am I? It's Wednesday morning and it's been a week. But it's a good week. Andrew and Emma are getting ready to get on their plane soon. They will be here, well, this is Wednesday morning. They'll be here Saturday morning, our time, which is exciting. Okay, so what next? Oh, green cardstock. Yeah, you yelled on your all caps, but I didn't see it. I'm going to add some more green in another way, I think. The way you don't like, but that's okay. I think I have lemon lime twist. Checking here. Yes, Andrew and Emma are coming this week, and then Mom and Dad come in a couple weeks. So we're all going to be together. Or that heavy thinking. And I'm thinking maybe that's too many. now I'm back again. Okay. Okay, I'm calling it there. Yeah, it's, you know, again, as so many things are, it's not necessarily everyone's style, right, Mom? But yeah, it'll do. It was fun to play around with slightly different style. I'm not sure how much of that resist you guys can actually see. You have to get it kind of in the right light. Like I said, if it were more solid, it probably would have been better. But it's there. It's subtle, which is a thing too. So, okay. This will be my next blog post over here at nancysniftynotes.com. It'll have the whole supply list. And there is a link there to my online store if you wish to order any of these or other Stampin' Up! Products. If you have any questions for me, you can reach out, Nancy at nancysniftynotes.com. If you need a demonstrator in another market, drop me a line. I'm happy to hook you up with somebody. And if you would like me to be your demonstrator in Australia, let me know that too. You can shop with me. And you are always welcome to join my team. It's July 1st, which means there is a whole new joining process, which is a big improvement over our previous one. If you are a brand new demonstrator, you will get a lovely surprise welcome box that has some really cute Stampin' Up! Swag in it. And you get to choose any $235 worth of Stampin' Up! Product and just for your $169 joining fee. And that will come to you as a credit. You can use it right away to purchase anything that you want. And if you've joined in the past and known that you have to sit there and maneuver and get like as close as possible to that without going over, that headache is gone. It's just as a credit, so you can place an order of any size. So, yeah, feel free to reach out if you have any questions, and I'd be happy to help you. And I will be back probably next week, same time, same place. Keep checking check my Facebook page, because in these next 6 weeks or so, when I've got family around, there are a couple times when I will not be doing a live, and there are some times when it might be a decision at the last minute to hold or cancel it. So we're playing it by ear because family comes first. So I will talk to you probably next week. Otherwise, you know how to reach me. Thanks for joining me today, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.